They'll of course be using the Snapdragon 875, which is a 5nm system on chip. It's going to provide better performance and efficiency over the current chipsets used, and unfortunately, as usual, this is only going to be for certain regions, including North America, and for most markets globally, we'll be getting the equivalent Exynos chip that doesn't actually perform as well. We'll likely get the usual choices of 128, 256 or 512 internal storage, and this will of course be UFS 3.1. When it comes to RAM, we'll likely be getting a choice of 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, which is still more than we're ever going to need. There will likely be a hybrid SIM tray to support micro. We'll see them in the S21 instead. First, we've got mention of an electromyography or EMG sensor. We also have mention of an electroencephalogram brain activity. Finally, we have the electrocardiogram or ECG sensor, and this measures electrical activity of the heart and helped many patents filed which do fuel rumours of new features. I believe if any are to be true, then it's going to be the new sensors that we see in the S21. While a holographic projector would be an incredible feature, it would be very limited in its use and not something I can see them doing. Fitness and health are very popular at the moment and used commonly in today's smartphone peripherals, so I think this would be a great fit for the S21. Now, of course, all of that is estimation and speculation from patents. Samsung file a lot of patents to protect their ideas, and it doesn't mean it's definitely going to be happening. One thing we can be certain already out there at Samsung, it won't have been finalized just yet, so it could of course still change. We can, however, get information on hardware and specs that are unlikely to occur ICE Universe, and he published a tweet last week to say that Samsung is considering and evaluating the feasibility of the technology, and if it's ready, then it will be in the Galaxy S21. Everyone has been very excited for this new technology, and it's always been expected that 2021 is going to be the year it's delivered. We can finally have a full screen display without motorized parts, and the only thing that people are worried about is the additional cost that it might bring. We've also got reports suggesting that this in-display selfie camera is going to be using a half-inch selfie sensor with a 48 megapixel resolution. The Samsung Galaxy S21 will of course be using the new and improved next generation OLED display. We've had patents filed for curved displays with protruding buttons, and we've now got a new patent showcasing a very curved display. The patent was discovered by Let's Go Digital and it was rendered by Concept Creator. It shows a display that's not only curved at both edges, but it also has curves at the top and the bottom. While it does look similar to the new design from Huawei, it's actually very different, as Huawei's is just the glass and not the display itself. The patent is for the screen to curve on all edges, and it includes the rounded off corners. Now we know it is intended for a Galaxy, as it was listed as a Galaxy smartphone display, and it's also logged as that on the World Intellectual Property Office database. Its full screen design means that it will of course have an in-display fingerprint scanner, and it helped fuels reports that the in-display selfie camera will be there as well. Some people are speculating that this is of course for the Note 20, but many believe it's for the Galaxy S21. Next, we've got news of an incredible 150 megapixel nanocell camera to debut in the Galaxy S21. They already broke records with their latest 108 megapixel sensor that we saw in the S20 Ultra, and now they're pushing the boundaries even further. The new 150 megapixel camera is going to be launching towards the end of this year, which will most likely be too late for the Note range, and this means we could well have it debuting in the Galaxy S21. We also had patents filed by Samsung for multiple technologies that could also be present in the Galaxy S21. We had a patent for a holographic projector to produce stereoscopic images in the air, almost like a 3D hologram. While it could be a cool feature, I think it's just too gimmicky and not something we'll see in the S21. We also had patents filed for a lot of sensors that were initially thought to be in the Galaxy Note 20, but they are now looking very unlikely.